Living rooms, bedrooms, dinettes. Oh yeah, you can find them at the market. We talking about flea market. Montgomery, it's just like a mini mall. Oh yeah, come shop with us. I said flea market. Montgomery, it's just like a mini mall. Hey, hey, you heard me. Come shop.
Alright guys, how's it going? This is Jeff Jones, your co-commissioner here to go over the preseason power rankings. Hopefully throughout the week, each and every one of us can take our turn making a video, pretty much embarrassing the shit out of ourselves. Add a little bit to the league. It's going to be pretty good stuff this year, but I want to start off by letting you know I did take quite a bit of time in calculating these rankings here. Definitely use the site that Rossi threw out there earlier for the rank your own team. It helps calculate what your percentages are of actually making the playoffs, if you can actually manage your team, or if you do horribly manage your team. I did use those to help give me a base ranking and then move some things around as I needed. There's quite a few ties and everything came out really close to each other, so to start off, this really means absolutely nothing. But pretty excited. Number one overall power ranking for 2012 Mini Mall League. It's going to be Alex Rossi, the Living Room Dinettes, coming in with the overall strongest strength of team that I can see. He's got Cam Newton for quarterback. Pretty excited about his potential this year. Definitely has a lot of risk, but very high reward. If anybody knows much about my strategy, it's maximize reward, minimize risk. It's the best way to do it out. AJ Green at wide receiver, I think, is going to have a great year. And he's got Chris Johnson having a bounce back year, hopefully. So we'll see how that works out for him. Number two overall, Justin Blazo. Over the pants hand job, get at me, bro. R.I.P. Blazo. Definitely going to be second place there. Aaron Rodgers, can't argue with Aaron Rodgers at quarterback, and he has Darren McFadden locking down his number one running back position, so a lot of strength there on that team. Victor Cruz had a lot of drops in that first game, unfortunately, so I don't really love that pick, but we'll see how that plays out over the rest of the year. Bradshaw, Aaron Hernandez, he's going to be great this year, I think, and can't argue with the man that drafts the Detroit Lions defense. Number three overall is going to be Joshua Dutt. More arrests than points. Pretty sure that's a Detroit Lions joke, and I'm okay with it. But hopefully it doesn't turn out that way over the course of the season. He's got Drew Brees at quarterback, Adrian Peterson at running back. Well, he still has questions with the knee. I think he'll be all right because he's pretty much a freaking freak of nature. Brandon Marshall, while I hate the Chicago Bears, I do like Brandon Marshall's chances of actually producing in that Bears offense. Number four overall. Number four is going to be myself, Jeffrey Jones, or the Murder Boners. Seemed like a great idea at the time. I got Tony Romo at quarterback. If anybody wants him, I'll trade him. Jamal Charles, also coming off a knee injury. But what I'm most excited about is my wide receiving core with Calvin Johnson. He's going to put up 2,000 yards this year and 18 touchdowns. Put it on the board, predicting it right now. Julio Jones, Jay Jones, can't argue with me drafting a guy named Jay Jones. Number five. I don't know how many people out there are going to agree with this pick, except for the one and only H.J. Bowman's. Grant, yes, that's right. I picked Grant to be the number 5 powerhouse of the season. The H.J. Bowman's coming in. He may have made a mistake when he went ahead and drafted Matt Hasselbeck way early. Usually helps if you're going to draft someone in the first 3 rounds that they're actually a starter. But he did a good job of recovering from that. Arian Foster definitely helps out with having that number 1 pick. I'm pretty happy with the Mike Wallace pick. I think he's going to turn out really good this year. And Jimmy Graham also is a freak of nature. He's just an athlete. So, that's huge right there, tying down that tight end spot with a lot of production. Number 6 is going to be French, the Paul F. Montanas. Frenchie, I really can't argue with any of your picks. Matt Ryan, took him a little earlier than most people would have, but it was a good pick because I wanted him bad this year. Greatest show on turf coming back round 2. Andre Johnson, you know, while there's questions with his health, he's a stud. You can't go wrong there. And you got Rob Gronkowski at tight end, Tom Brady's best friend. So, you know, the dude's a bro. He bench presses and fucking bangs chicks all day. Gronkowski, touchdown machine. Number 7. If this power rankings was based solely on the creativity of your name and the hilarity of your name, the breast implants, Ryan Tui, you would have won. But instead you came out 7th because I actually, you know, did this whole rankings based on what players you have on your team. Tui's, you know, you got Shabby at quarterback, also Ben Roethlisberger at quarterback. You also, strangely, have Ryan Fitzpatrick at quarterback. And not sure if you noticed, but you have a 4th quarterback in Andrew Luck. I think one of those guys will work out for you. One of them will be a top 10 quarterback by the end of the year. I'm going to predict that confidently. But you do have Ray Rice and Roddy White. Very happy with the Brandon Pettigrew pick. He gets the second most targets out of any tight end in the league last year. Not sure if you guys knew that one. Next on the list, we're going to go down to Jordan, the Clam Burglars. Let's see here. Like I said, you know, a lot of these were really close. It's tough to really predict overall who's got the best team while still being fair enough to everybody and not just doing it based on, you know, who do I think has a better looking face. But the Clam Burglars, Phillip Rivers, he's got to be better than last year. Marshawn Lynch, Skittle Man running crazy, all that sugar, he's got to do something for him. I do like the LaShawn McCoy pick at running back. It definitely shores up that number 1 spot for you. And could be a great combination you have there going Phillip Rivers to Antonio Gates. If he can stay healthy, he is a machine. Let's see. Klug, your team name is Team Klug. You may want to work on that. Well, it's a sweet name. It's not a sweet fantasy football name. You've got Tom Brady. You've got the old-ass Michael Turner, who's probably going to get tired after running about 40 yards and decide to give it up for the rest of the season. That's my prediction, at least. Wes Welker, always solid. You know, coming off that contract dispute, so we'll see what happens there. But you have Robert Griffin III on your bench, which could be a nice piece of trade bait come later in the season. So we'll see how that works out for you. I know this next guy's going to be disappointed that he's ranked 10th, but I'm sorry, champ. Team Tyson just definitely needs to step their game up. Eli Manning, come on, man. Really? Eli fucking Manning? All right. Anyways, Maurice Jones-Drew, probably ranked a little bit lower than he should be right now. You know, he was money last season. Well, we'll see how this whole contract dispute works out for him. He might be effective week 1. He might not be effective until week 4. So that really takes a lot of value out of him there. And I do like DeMarco Murray, as long as, once again, he's another health factor that we're going to have to keep an eye on. See, number 11 on my power rankings, we're down to 2 people. I've got Tom and Kevin left. And the number 11 spot goes to fuck you, pay me. That would be Tom. No, Tom, the correct thing is that fuck you, pay me. Because at the number 11 spot on our power rankings, you won't be getting any money this year. I will say that the Matt Stafford pick is awesome. I'm excited about him this year. Stafford's going to be top 3 quarterback by the end of the season, I'm projecting. You know, you got Frank Gore. Maybe he'll break his hip again, and you can get some Social Security points or something like that. Other than that, I mean, you did pick LeGarrette Blount. And if there's one person that I would expect to draft a player with the last name Blunt, I would pick you, sir. No, nothing wrong with that, you know. Nothing wrong with that. And then bringing up the rear, I apologize, Kevin, but it's hard to put you any higher than last when you have 3 players, count them, 1, 2, 3 players on your team that don't have teams right now. You currently have Kellen Winslow, T.O., and Tim Hightower, 3 players that aren't playing. You may want to do something about that to help up your percentages, because right now you're looking at a 40% shot at making the playoffs. And that's if you manage your team extremely well. Judging by the fact that you have 3 players who don't have a team, you're more looking at that poor management skill, which gives you a 5% chance of making the playoffs. It's not going to happen there. But it's never too late to turn it around. So, you know, overall, guys, I'm pretty excited about this season. Fantasy football, it's a blast. I say we get together and drink some beers on a Sunday. Figure out a place, time. You guys tell me, I'm in. You know, I did say we got Rossi, number 1, Blazo, number 2, Dutt, number 3, Jeff Jones, 4th, Grant and the HJ Bowman's 5, French, 6, Tui 7, Jordan is 8, Klug, you're at number 9, Champ, Tyson, you're number 10, and then Tom and Kevin rounding out the bottom of our list at 11 and 12. I'm excited to be playing fantasy football with you guys. You know, hopefully we have time to actually manage our rosters considering our lengthy work schedule. And you know what? I'm just going to leave you guys with this sweet jam.
Living room, bedrooms, dinettes. Oh yeah.
And good luck on Sunday, guys.
We talking about flea market. Montgomery. It's just like a mini mall. Oh yeah. Come shop.